And welcome in On The Go. You know, when I have a guest come to Montgomery that's never been here before, one of the things that I try to do is I take them on a little car ride. I pull into the Blunt Cultural Park, and as we make a turn to the right and veer back to the left, this wonderful Alabama Shakespeare Festival pops up, and it's the awe factor in Montgomery. Beautiful on the outside, but what goes on the inside is world class. Our guest is Lane Holley, and you are the marketing director for Alabama Shakespeare Festival. Welcome aboard, kid.
Thanks for having me, Jack.
This is our first time.
Thanks, and thanks for being such a great ambassador for ASF in the park.
Well, it's really nice, yeah. It's like I say, what goes on the outside is beautiful, but I tell people all the time, dollar for dollar, you're not going to get anything better than a performance at Shakespeare.
I agree.
Since its inception here in Montgomery, I've been to countless numbers of the performances, and there's never been one that I say I was disappointed. Never disappointed.
That's my experience
Yes.
too. I grew up here going to Alabama Shakespeare Festival in Montgomery, and you're right. It's stellar. It's world-class theater.
Yes.
All right here in our backyard, and tickets always start at just $25.
Well, the 2022-2023 season is now right around the corner. It'll start the beginning of December. How about giving us a peek under the tent of the whole season?
That's great. Our 51st season has something for everyone. We have 6 shows this season. We're starting a little bit later because we're wrapping up the second phase of construction. So on December 2nd, we'll open with It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play. So a lot of people are familiar with the movie It's a Wonderful Life and that story. This has a different little twist. It's the story presented in a New York radio studio. So there's a whole other story. I think people who really heart to the nostalgia of the story, you're still going to get the story, but also the nostalgia of those 1940s radio programs are really going to love this show. The actors are going to be up there telling their stories, doing the sound effects on stage. It's going to be nice for the whole family, I think.
Is it going to be in the festival stage?
That's going to be down in the Octagon.
And the Octagon. That's wonderful.
Really
because
intimate.
For something like that, you hit it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to hear that snow crackling right in front of you.
Absolutely.
And then we move up to the festival stage for Jubilee. Jubilee is a 2-hour a cappella musical about the history of the Fisk University Singers. I don't know if you know about that historically black college in Tennessee, but they have a world-renowned choral program that's more than 150 years old now.
Wow.
And if Nashville is the music city, and most people think it's because country music, it's really because of the Fisk University Singers and the attention they brought. So this is wonderful spirituals that you're going to hear. You're going to hear like Wade in the Water.
Wow.
It's really going to be a beautiful setting and really going to take you someplace. Then we move on to The Tempest. That's our Shakespeare. We only have one this year because we have a shorter season. Greta Lambert, I know a lot of your viewers and you have been longtime fans of Greta, is going to be in the role of Prospero. So that's a little bit different casting, which is a wonderful look at sort of the mother-daughter angle in this magician's tale. And then Rick Dildine, our artistic director, is directing that. Rick always does something really special with music in his Shakespearean productions. So expect some really delightful insertions of something that's really going to get us there with that music. And that's also on the festival stage.
Right.
Then we go to Clyde's. Down in our Octagon. That's a new play by Lynn Nottage. If you follow theater, you'll notice that that was Tony nominated this past season. And it's really a dark comedy about sin and redemption through best sandwich making at a truck stop restaurant. These folks have been incarcerated. They come to Clyde's restaurant and they're working out of that, trying to get back into society. But Clyde is a fierce gatekeeper. So she's going to keep him on task. So I think that's going to be a really interesting and fun dark comedy for people. Then we go back to our festival stage for $1 Million Quartet. I know a lot of people were disappointed when we had to cancel that show before we closed for the pandemic. That's Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash,
Right.
and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, and what a wonderful job.
On a real
Yes.
story
Yep.
where they got together for one night only in a jam session. And I think people are going to be really delighted that that's going to be back with us.
That's great.
Then we close out the season with our summer musical Cabaret.
Ah.
Good old Kander
Yes.
and Ebb
Oh, my
classic.
goodness.
We are excited about that. We've got some great folks on board for that. It's going to be on our festival stage. We're going to transform all of our spaces into underground Berlin, just
Oh,
pre-war
that'd be
Berlin.
nice.
And the dark, gritty Kit Kat Club. So I think people are going to be really immersed in that before they walk in to see that really spectacular musical with that great Bob Fosse choreography.
Wonderful season. People go to what? ASF.net.
ASF.net.
It's very simple. ASF.net. Get all the information you need on tickets. There's even group rates and everything under the sun.
There are group rates, and I will tell you a secret just for your viewers. Go to the website and see what's on and see what you want to see, but then call the box office. You'll save that online handling fee.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. Let them know that. And just remember this, it's a true gem in our community, Alabama Shakespeare Festival, and we'll be right back right after this.